I'm so thankful for the invitation to your critical UDF event in Kerala. My humble apologies that I'm not able to join virtually, as I'm transitioning to the University of New Mexico and physically moving to the campus in the city of Albuquerque in the U.S. state of New Mexico in the next few days. My appreciation for Kerala and for India more broadly goes deep, as I've spent my career studying how higher education in India is organized within institutions and within and across institutional types and systems. Many of my dearest academic colleagues and friends are Keralites who inspire my verve for my work on comparative and international higher education. I'm eager to share a few insights that I hope you may consider as you move forward with your agenda for the upcoming election cycle that may help craft transformative higher education opportunities, policies, and practices that aid Kerala in elevating its higher education systems, universities, colleges, and institutes. I believe these ideas are not aspirational, but very possible because of the great character of the Keralite people and their historical investment in community and education, among many other facets. I start with community engaged investment and bottom up policy approaches. My dear friends and research collaborators in India have provided a wealth of connective and critical dialogues about higher education and the community engaged concerns that I firmly believe need to be deeply embedded in the mission and vision of and work of respective higher education institutions and systems to serve local communities, states, nations, and the globe. Among other works I've taken on in the Indian higher education sector over the years, I've often taken an asset based approach and a bottom up approach to considering how affiliated colleges, in particular, and affiliated college professors and principals and their patterns of practice could craft better policy potentialities for universities and all of their affiliated colleges. Since the frontline actors like faculty members, particularly ones that provide a human centered approach, are often tapped more intently into the local community's interests, values, needs, and understandings, the bottom up approach to policy and transforming higher education become a greater reality. Therefore, further investment in studying the practices of frontline actors like professors and staff, and more opportunities for engagement by these stakeholders in the policymaking process can help produce higher quality institutions from the top down, from the top to the bottom, and vice versa. So, my 2023 article, Composite Storytelling Affiliated College Faculty Narratives in India to Propose Curriculum and Exam Policy Revisions, lays out one proposed roadmap from bottom up and back from the top down for making this happen based on extensive data and theory. This type of work would mean a slight reorientation of the common top down practices, yet without abdicating the critical roles of leaders at the top. As my current research on college principals is showing me, the policy and practice work from the middle of the bureaucracy is also critical. Hence, more investment into leadership development of principals and study of of higher impact practices of highly successful practices at affiliated colleges in India is warranted. I look forward to sharing more of my findings with you in the very near future about this work. So next, I move to reorienting higher education knowledge production to a more equity-centered exercise versus one of extraction from Kerala. Many governments in the global north are creating doubt in whether higher education knowledge production in their countries can and will continue leading to the development of a sustainable and just world. In this destabilized space that many higher education systems are currently in, and perhaps the entire world is in, considering this polarity is occurring across the global north and in the global south in many countries and regions. This disruption may have forced or awakened many societies toward looking inwardly and considering reflecting on and elevating their own knowledge production. Consequently, opportunities for democratic and equity-centered conceptions of knowledge production in higher education spaces may be at an exciting crossroads wherein adaptations can be made that best serve local and global communities. I'm sure most of you at the UDF conclave would agree that all knowledge systems and production should be interrogated for their merits and valued as meaningful and productive potentialities for enhancing not only our own societies, yet those around the globe. Perhaps there is a window of opportunity that may be opening for more equitable exchange across the global south and the global north through new and inventive technology portals and facilities, perhaps. This is a space in which Kerala can serve as a proud leader. Um, for example, practical implementations like collaborative online international learning, where students and professors solve a problem together in different countries, is just merely one of the examples in which this can occur. Whereas higher education systems in the global north have overwhelmingly driven the knowledge production narrative, opportunity exists for more equitable exchange, perhaps more than ever before. Fruitful opportunities can emerge from this disruption wherein Kerala's higher education stakeholders look inwardly as you recraft the production of knowledge, both theoretically and in practice and in higher education, while also engaging with those in the region and the globe to develop a robust mission and vision steeped in a combination of your own values and knowledges and those you deem meaningful from the outside. While this may take time, bringing people together to do that hard thinking will be invaluable. Valuing local knowledges steeped in Kerala's history, values, and ideas may aid in appealing to more Keralites to remain within the state for university and also for work afterward, while also enhancing internationalization appeal from those outside. Taking ownership and leadership in how knowledge production is conceived and carried out may be critical to the future success of Kerala's higher education system, both within the state and on the global stage. The more that future and current outside, the more that future collaborators and current collaborators perceive Kerala as transformative leaders in this space versus as an extractive space for internationalization, the more likely that equitable knowledge production can occur. This type of leadership, mission and vision, and equitable collaboration can ultimately lead to the decolonization of academic engagement and the facilitation and implementation of problem solving that is firmly rooted in the authentic global citizenship aspired to in global schemes like the Sustainable Development Goals. Finally, I moved toward building joint research projects based on shared goals, but grounded in community needs. This shared notion can be conceived upon within Kerala and, of course, with partners outside. However, a key discussion point in a 2024 interview article in the journal Diaspora, Indigenous, and Minority Education between my friend and colleague Gerardo Blanco, who serves as the academic director of the Center for International Higher Education at Boston College, regarding the indictment and questioning of higher education institutions about even knowing what is good, is really both challenging and troubling. Hence, there is a transformative opportunity and, frankly, a need, according to Gerardo, to reorient ourselves from being all knowing toward a posture of seeking rather than offering answers. If higher education is to retain its role in discovery and improving our world and aspirationally moving toward a more sustainable world, we must care about community needs and solving community problems and invoke the idea of listening to understand versus listening to respond. As knowledge seekers grounded in community needs, Kerala's higher education organizations have the ability to earn greater trust from your own citizens. I urge you to develop a dimension of the mission and vision, perhaps from the Kerala State Higher Education Commission or other organizations at that level that focus on knowledge seeking in relation to solving community problems, both locally and globally, while utilizing the tools and skills of your Keralite academics in concert with their global collaborators to be problem solvers. To sum up my talk, I invoke the recent ideas of my friend and colleague Frank Fernandez of the University of Wisconsin in his 25th July article in the publication Inside Higher Ed regarding the attacks on higher education in the United States, which could be very useful also in the Keralite context. He said that we must rededicate ourselves to a cause that will outlast our careers, a cause worthy of the collective efforts of generations of scholars. We must advance the public good. By improving the public good, we will be relevant. And by being relevant, we will reclaim legitimacy. We must show that we can do what Google and ChatGPT cannot. We must show that uh, we can we can train students to think and to be good citizens. By focusing on citizenry, engagement, and problem solving, Kerala's higher education system has the opportunity to be transformative locally and on the global stage. I wish all of you an exciting, creative, and fruitful UDF conclave. Please get in touch with me regarding any questions you have and my email, which is mattwittenstein@unm.edu. That's mattwittenstein at unm.edu. Be well.